إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستغفره ونستعينه ونستهديه ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وصفيه من خلقه وخليله اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا وحبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. عباد الله، أوصيكم ونفسي المقصرة أولا بتقوى الله، فاتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. ثم أما بعد. All praises are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most gracious, the most merciful, and the best of His peace and blessings shall be bestowed upon His beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and upon those that follow his footsteps. Dear brothers and sisters, it is with the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we live to witness another Ramadan. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, that blessed us to go through this experience again. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us to go through it more and more. Ramadan as a worship that we have in our religion and one of the main 5 pillars always comes with a lot of questions. Like any other worship, especially for the generation that always wants to know why. The generation that's faced with a lot of conflicting information, questioning, critical thinking, they always want to know why. And it's okay to ask why. Because Islam, in essence, is about asking. وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي. It's about asking anything you want to ask. So the question itself is not a problem. But inshallah, delivering the right answer is what we need to focus on. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us deliver the right answers. First, I want to distinguish between 2 questions. Asking why do we fast and the benefits of fasting. Sometimes people get these 2 mixed up. Why do we fast? We try to jump into the benefits and say we fast because we want to feel hunger, feel with the poor. Beautiful meanings. But we get them confused between why and the benefits. So we separate, inshallah, today the why from the benefits. Why do we fast? We fast امتثالا لأمر الله سبحانه وتعالى. We fast because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered us to fast. We love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we believe in Him, we trust in His orders. We trust that everything He asks us to do is good and beneficial, and everything He asks us not to do is harmful. This is the basis of our deen, because it comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the all-knowing, the creator. So why do we fast? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us to do so, and supported by the evidence in the Holy Quran. Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam. So it's a straight order, and we need to teach our kids and remind ourselves that we are proudly responding to the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Second thing, what are the benefits of siyam? Do we gain anything out of siyam? For sure we gain the ajr because we followed the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but there are always benefits for us because there is nothing that we do in following Allah's orders that will benefit Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We don't fast to benefit Him. We don't pay zakat to benefit Him. We don't pray to benefit Him. We don't do anything to... Allah al-Ghani wa antum al-fuqara. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in no need of anything we do. Yes, He orders us, but it's also for our own benefit. And today, inshallah, we're going to talk about 4 benefits that we can derive from Ramadan. Now, there are many, many benefits. But I want to focus today, inshallah, on 4 main benefits. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the ayah that we just recited, said, يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. The end of this ayah holds kind of a reason. So you may achieve taqwa. So you may reach the status of taqwa, or you may gain taqwa. What is taqwa? التقوى, as al-ulama explained, أن تتخذ بينك وبين ما تكره وقاية. التقوى, as explained by our ulama, is to build a shield between you and everything harmful. Because as we said, the basis in Islam is to push harm and to bring benefit. So when at the level of taqwa, you build a shield around you to protect yourself from anything harmful. Like, what kind of harms do we want to push away in fasting Ramadan? First one, we want to focus on the body. Our body throughout the year is subjected to a lot of abuse. We all know this. We don't eat healthy, wrong times, eat late, and that ends up harming our bodies. And we know that Rasulullah said, المعدة بيت الداء وشر وعاء يملؤه ابن آدم بطن. We know that our food is the major source of all diseases. And if you trace it even our days, main disease, especially even cancer, my brothers and sisters, is because of the type of food we eat. A lot of grease, a lot of this, a lot of that, it's harming our bodies. Ramadan comes to help you cleanse your body. There are numerous studies that talk about how fasting cleanses your body. Why does it cleanse your body? We said we want to attain taqwa. And taqwa comes from the root quwwa, as the ulama say. So taqwa requires power. You need to be strong. Because taqwa, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And if your body is weak, you can't pray tarawih. You can't do tahajjud. You can't do a lot of tasks that you're required to do if you're weak and sick. So here comes Ramadan, helps you develop a strong body, quwwa, so you may attain taqwa. So let's keep this in mind when we eat in Ramadan. So after breaking our fast, the idea is to reduce consumption, not to quadruple it in a couple of hours. The idea is to give this body a chance to rejuvenate and reheal itself. So that's benefit number 1, is to help our bodies develop quwwa. Benefit number 2 is a benefit for your akhirah. Benefit for your deen, for your iman. In Ramadan, our worship is completely different. Our relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is completely different. You have 11 months throughout the year where, subhanallah, due to the type of lifestyle we have, our ibadat become habits. And they keep decreasing as we move away from Ramadan. We get charged up in Ramadan, we come to the masjid every day, then it goes down. We don't pray as much. We don't read Quran as much. We don't make dua and dhikr as much. And the further we go from Ramadan, our connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gets weaker and weaker. And I think we're all subjected to this. We're all in the same boat. It's a difficult lifestyle that we live in. It always draws us away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because we're continuously busy. with work, with business, with kids, and. But unfortunately, it is our iman that gets jeopardized every time we leave Ramadan. Ramadan comes to give us a radical change. 4 main ways, and there are many others. First one, it breaks the routine of our worship. So in outside of Ramadan, we all keep our 5 salah, and we live our life from salah to salah, but there is nothing in between. Probably don't do much in between. In Ramadan, it's different. You're more focused at the Fajr and at the night time because of Taraweeh and because of Suhoor. So the routine of waking up for Salah, the importance shift. In between Salahs, we want to keep our Quran because we want to do our Khitmah. We make dua because we want to take advantage of the holy month. The whole idea of worship changes in Ramadan. So that breaks the routine that usually dilutes and decreases our iman to a whole new experience. Number 2, it's a step up in obedience. Outside of Ramadan, we obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in His orders. We don't touch the haram and we try to do all the halal possible. Come Ramadan, it's not just the haram that we give up for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We actually also give up the halal for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what is halal outside of Ramadan, like eating in the daytime, becomes haram in Ramadan. Look at the step up. Look at the ruqi. Look at the advancement. You're not just doing the norm, you're being distinguished now. You're being extraordinary. A word that's used repeatedly for whom? For successful people. Successful people are extraordinary. They don't do the ordinary. They don't do the norm. They go above it. And this is what each and every one of you during your siyam, you're becoming extraordinary. Because you're not just giving up the haram that none of us inshallah will touch outside of Ramadan, but now we give up the halal as well. We don't eat during the day. We don't do any of the halal desires during the day. We give everything up for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What an advancement. A third improvement in our deen is the honor of private worship. The best worship, al-khilwa billah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To have a private worship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala where nobody is watching. And the best time for it is during the night. And due to our lifestyles again, we don't get to do this. We don't get to do tahajjud on our own. Or do dua on our own. Just you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, nobody else. You don't do tafakkur and tadabbur by yourself because you're hungry doing nothing. Even during the day, there's this khulwa, this privacy in siyam that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses us with, so we can taste the beauty of this worship. And unfortunately, we don't get to experience this outside of Ramadan. Ramadan comes to teach us the beauty of this worship, so we may extend it beyond Ramadan. And the last advancement I want to share with you today is that Siyam is a unique worship. It's a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to His followers because it's a very unique worship. Throughout history, there were many tyrants, human beings, that ordered people to worship them. Literally. Pharaoh said, "Ana rabbukum al-a'la." He claimed to be a god. And in history there are many examples of humans got to a point of asking people and ordering people to worship them. How were they worshipped is the question. Maybe they were worshipped by paying money to them, which is somewhat equivalent to zakat. Maybe they're worshipped by people making sujood to them, something equivalent to salah. Maybe they're worshipped by people coming from distances to their palaces to visit them, something equivalent to Hajj. But there is nothing that was practiced by those tyrants that's equivalent to Siyam. It's a unique worship saved for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? Why was it practiced by tyrants? Because it's impossible to quantify and monitor. Siyam, 8 hours, 11 hours, 17 hours, 20 hours of the day. We don't cheat in Siyam. You don't even think about cheating in Siyam. You don't go home where nobody's watching. I mean, you can keep your Siyam in the masjid, everybody's watching. On the street, at work, in the office, people are watching you. But do you keep your Siyam where only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching you? Absolutely. So can this tyrant watch the people that want to worship him 24/7? Impossible. He's going to get tired. So you see this distinguished ibadah. There's a lot of great meanings and advancement in this ibadah that develops and improves your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and ultimately your iman, and ultimately your taqwa. Abdullah ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhu wa ardah, in explaining or interpreting ittaqullaha haqqa tuqatih, he said beautifully, أن يطاع فلا يعصى وأن يذكر فلا ينسى وأن يشكر فلا يكفر. So there are three things that explains ittaqullaha haqqa tuqatih. Develop taqwa for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the best ways ever. What is the best of taqwa? Three things. Obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and never disobeying Him. You never break that obedience. أن يطاع فلا يعصى وأن يذكر فلا ينسى. And remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without ever forgetting Him. Continuously remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the third one, وَأَن يُشْكَرَ فَلَا يُكْفَرَ. And to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continuously without breaking it. Well, let me ask you this. When do we ever get to live this condition? When are we ever continuously obeying, continuously remembering, continuously thanking? In Ramadan. In Ramadan, during the day, it is impossible. I mean, if you're keeping your siyam, it's impossible to disobey. Because you're keeping your siyam, you're aware of the haram. You always say, Allahumma inni sa'im, continuously obeying or trying your best. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala judges us by an-niyyah. So you're always striving to reach excellence. So you're always in that continuous state of ta'ah, trying to hold on to the complete ta'ah. There's no ghafla. You're not going to forget and do something haram, major haram. It's almost impossible. You get that in Ramadan. In Ramadan, you always remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? And even if you tend to forget, you're not doing dhikr, your stomach is going to remind you that you're a sa'im. Because you're going to feel the pain right in here. So you always remember, I'm fasting. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah. Whatever comes to your mind when you remember you're fasting, when you remember that you're in a state of worship, you got to say something. So you're continuously remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala throughout your day. And the last one, and yushkara fala yukfar. At the time of breaking your fast, you would feel the joy of eating and the blessings of the provision of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You would thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you ponder upon your siyam during the day, you would thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all His blessings. So all three things that will help you attain the state of taqwa are things that you are practicing willingly or unwillingly, or I should say naturally in Ramadan. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep us at that state of taqwa. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لكم فاستغفروه فيفوز المستغفرون. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. So we've mentioned two benefits, the body and the iman, the improvement of the body and the improvement of the iman that we gain in Ramadan naturally just by following the order. Two other benefits. The improvement of your dunya, the improvement of your life, you can actually derive it out of Ramadan. What do I mean by it? If you look or read any book that talks about success, and now I'm talking pure goal settings and life and management, and any article or book that talks about success and achieving goals, they will list a number of reasons of why do people fail in life. Why do people fail to achieve their goals in life? There are two major points. There are many points for sure, but there are two major points that always appear. The first one is self-control. And the second one is self-esteem. Self-control, discipline. And I'm sure we all know this. How many times have we planned a project, but then we cannot stick to it? We don't have the discipline to do it because we realize the task is huge, forgetting that our life is so important, and important things comes with huge work. They don't come with little work. However, we always fail, and this is probably the number one source of failure. We can't control ourselves. Someone wants to go through a certain education. Too much study. How am I going to do this? Talk to students in university. I need to read all these books. We can't discipline ourselves. I need to do this. I need to do that. You need to be healthy, so you need to exercise. Oh, it's too hard. I can't do this. Number one source of failure. Come Ramadan, one day before Ramadan, when everybody starts talking about Ramadan, we would think, I'm not going to eat tomorrow. We probably go, some of us will go about it for a week. I'm not going to eat in a week. While you're drinking your coffee and enjoying your morning coffee and your morning muffin, I'm not going to be able to do that next week. Can I do that? We all of a sudden start bringing out the weak in us. I can't do this. I can't do this. Oh, if I do this, I'm going to faint. Oh, may Allah help me. And then some of us will start looking for fatwas. Can I break my iftar at the 10 hours? Because we all of a sudden made it impossible. Because this is our nature as human beings. We're weak. But what happens the following day? When you make your niyyah, subhanallah, I don't feel anything. It's amazing. I'm not tired. I didn't faint. Alhamdulillah. What happened? Someone might argue, okay, for the adults, this is not your first Ramadan, you've been fasting for 20, 15, 30 years, so maybe your body has a memory. Maybe your body reprograms itself and you're good because you've experienced it before. Someone, might argue that. But is it real? Now what shocked me this year is watching a 7-year-old girl fasting for the first time in her life and she's just getting trained. And we were thinking she's going to go for a couple of hours. And kids, you know, they love their food. When the idea was introduced to her that this is a good thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to do and it gets you closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and all the beautiful encouragement, she went 12 straight hours despite her parents trying to push her to stop. Amazing discipline and self-control exhibited by a 7-year-old human being because of that will. If that child was able to show that will in the right condition, each and every one of us can redevelop that will and use it to control ourselves for anything we do in life, not just for Siyam. We know that everything is possible, even quitting eating. You know, you talk to our colleagues and our friends and our fellows of other religions and they will tell you, not even water? How can you do this? It's impossible. So here is a task that's viewed as an impossible, mission impossible by everybody, that's easily achieved by the ones that have self-control, by the successful, by the ones that have the means to do it just by saying, Nawaitu lillahi sawm. Say it. You can do it. You take this and you apply it to everything else in life. أعزم. إذا عزمت فتوكل على الله. Say, I'm going to do it, you will do it. Any task in life will become small in front of your will. And remember again, you need a strong body, quwwah, to develop taqwa, and this taqwa is going to give you quwwah to do anything else in life. Self-esteem. Another important development in Ramadan for your own self. Like always saying, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it, it's impossible, it's difficult, it's hard. We'll always undermine ourselves. We always devalue our abilities. We always put ourselves down. Here comes Ramadan and proves to you that you can do it. Develops the confidence. Be proud that you're fasting 17 hours a day and no water. Be proud that you got the will to do this. Not because you want to show off. Because you need this power and pride to do even bigger things in life outside of Ramadan. We are focused, it's a boot camp in Ramadan, developing ourselves, developing our deen, developing our personality, developing our body, getting ready, training to go out of Ramadan to do big things. And this is your role, O Muslim and Muslimah on earth, is to do big things and produce and be productive. And Ramadan is the way to give you this taqwa and give you this strength. And the last development or benefit or lesson from Ramadan that I want to share with you today is clearly the connection between our success in dunya that we just learned we can develop from our qualities that we pick up in Ramadan to the relation between this success and our iman. Now, a lot of people seek success in dunya and realize that they need this source of power. There's no success without that source of power that you need to feed on continuously to maintain that strength, inner strength. A lot of people, unfortunately, seek that source somewhere else. The drive, they seek it somewhere else. Could even be negative feelings, revenge. For you, Muslim, you realize that your true source of power is your deen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is bringing you back in Ramadan to charge you up so you can do big things. Always remember that outside of Ramadan, your source of power, your drive, your charge Your source of success is your deen. I prove to you that outside of Ramadan, there are a lot of things that you can't do. Come Ramadan, you're strong, you can do it. Why? Ramadan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's order. So following Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's order is our source of power. It's not hindering our progress. It's not our source of weakness, because some people would think the 5 times salah, it's taking a lot of my time. The nawafil is taking time, the dua is taking time, and time is money, and time I needed to produce. No, this worship is your source of power. Keep it and adhere to it. And last but not least, remember, where do we get that power? It's from our masajid. It's the attachment to our masajid. We come to Ramadan, to masajid in Ramadan every night. Let's not stop doing this. It is the masajid that reminds us of our deen and the beauty of our deen and the beauty of the teaching of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. It's the masajid. If masajids are not part of our life, wallahi, we will go astray. We will vanish. Come to the masjid, connect yourself, connect your family, connect your children to the masjid. Wherever masjid in your area, you need to be around the masjid, close masjid for your daily life. You need to be connected to that masjid spiritually, physically, financially. Support the masjid. Be around the masjid. Come and take from that grace and that energy and that power in the masjid. Do not disconnect yourself from the masjid. These are my advice and wishes, that we all focus on the great benefits of Ramadan, stay connected with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and teach our kids the real benefits of being a Muslim and the benefits of worship. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless us and shower us with His mercy. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us understand our deen and help us apply it. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept our siyam. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept our qiyam. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept all of our good deeds. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless the weak ones across the globe. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect them from all harms. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless our brothers and sisters everywhere they are and everywhere they're suffering. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept from us all of our deeds. اللهم نسألك العفو والعافية في الدنيا والآخرة. اللهم عافنا في ديننا. اللهم عافنا في دنيانا. اللهم عافنا في دنيانا. اللهم نسألك العفو والعافية يا رب العالمين. اللهم يا الله يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. اللهم احفظنا من كل مكروه وسوء، إنك على كل شيء قدير. تقبل منا يا رب العالمين. بلغنا ليلة القدر يا الله. اللهم اعتق رقابنا من النار، إنك على كل شيء قدير. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. إن الله يأمركم بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. فاذكروا الله يذكركم واستغفروه يغفر لكم والله يعلم ما تصنعون.
الله أكبر. حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح وقامت الصلاة وقامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا
استووا اعتدلوا. Close the gaps, strengthen your lines. Remember that standing for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, standing with utmost respect and courtesy. Pray as if it's your last. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
قبلكم لعلكم تتقون أياما معدودات فمن كان منكم مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر وعلى الذين يطيقونه فدية طعام مسكين فمن تطوع خيرا فهو خير له وأن تصوموا خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان فمن شهد منكم الشهر فليصم ومن كان مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر يريد الله بكم اليسر ولا يريد بكم العسر ولتكملوا العدة ولتكبروا الله على ما هداكم ولعلكم تشكرون الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر السلام عليكم ورحمة الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله
Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. Jazakumullah khair. I'd like to say from all of you, just a reminder, as a way of supporting the masjid and attending